Darvin Ham, coaching status. Is he out? Is he in? We're going to talk about that briefly. And also, really, LeBron James. Has he played his final game with the Lakers? I had did a poll in a couple different platforms. I did a Twitter poll. Shout out to NBA Twitter. Shout out to Lakerland Twitter. I did a poll on our YouTube channel as well and on Instagram, man. And just surprisingly enough, 50% of the people, damn near in every poll, felt like LeBron has actually played his last game in Los Angeles. He definitely has a chance to opt out. So we're going to get into the LeBron scenario with his contract. But I do want to start things off with the whole Darvin Ham situation because, man, for the entire year, that's really what we've been on. Questioning Darvin Ham, putting Darvin Ham ass in the hot seat, deservingly so. You know, it's been a roller coaster. People have been blinded by the fact that this team went to the Western Conference Finals last year. And I think what's happened is that we are giving him the ultimate credit for that happening. And I'm not trying to say that Darvin didn't play a role last season in it, but it's just you see what you see and you know what you know. And the same mistakes and concerns that we had from last year with Coach Ham, we had this season. So there really was no element of growth. There really was no element of real coaching skill set. So that kind of gives you the impression that at the end of the day, the Lakers' last season run was really quarterbacked and geared towards the players, towards the momentum, you know, but that's just what that was. Um, I just feel like Darvin Ham time is definitely up. I feel like whenever you lose the beat of the locker room, you're done. I don't care about accolades. I don't care how your tenure as a coach. You could be a head coach, a champion head coach for many, many years. If you lose your locker room, it's time for you to move on. It's not to say that you'll never be a head coach again. It's not to say that you are a bad coach, but most definitely your guys got to buy into what you're saying, win or lose, good or bad. And clearly that wasn't happening when we talk about Darvin Ham. And it's crazy because even going into being a coach with the Lakers, right? To me, it's like, how can I put this? I didn't have high expectations for him to be this guy that has a lot of X's and O's going on for himself, coming out of Milwaukee as an assistant coach. But I felt like he was going to be a player's coach, that those guys were going to get up for and want to play for. And I got that vibe at first when he first came in, but then it seemed like he just got exposed. And you got to show more than that when you on that time clock of guys like AD might opting out, you know, his contract situation. And now you got LeBron this season and D'Lo this season and just a lot of stuff that kind of goes against Darvin Ham. Um, and he hasn't capitalized really a lot on his moments. And now reports are talking about Darvin Ham is pretty much or could be out as a Lakers coach. Kind of surprising to me because I felt like the front office had him in their pocket and they built a pretty decent relationship that would have at least given him another half a season, you know, to coach and all that other stuff. But I'm on social media and I'm seeing so many different narratives about like who could be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know what somebody brought up JJ Redick being the head coach of the Lakers because he's doing a pod with LeBron. Like, bro, and this was a major publication. I don't know if it was, I can't remember who actually came out with this stuff, but this was real. And I get it. You know, this is sports, something to talk about. But I would expect that type of statement from like a YouTuber, somebody on my level, like somebody like it just amazes me the stuff that people be coming up with that's not even realistic. And the thing is, they take a little bit of truth and mix it in to make it seem like it's a possibility. We know JJ Redick had went and tried to get the head coaching job for Charlotte. So we know on face value that JJ Redick is interested in being the head coach, right? But then what are we saying? LeBron has that much cachet to bring in his, like, not only his decision of a coach, Another unproven head coach. We just went through this with Darvin Ham. I don't know if Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka is going to sign off with that because LeBron is only really going to be here for 2 years. So what is Jeannie and them just going to give JJ a 2-year window, 2-year opportunity, and then what? Like that just realistically to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that was kind of put in the atmosphere, and I'm like, man, it's just always something with LeBron. Like, dude can't win for losing. So now he's prepping JJ Redick to be the next head coach because he already knew that LeBron Coach Ham days was never. It might have been Rashad McCants from Gil's Arena. It just was crazy. And I'm looking at the betting favorites to become the next Los Angeles head coach. Man. Phil Handy, Jawan Howard, Quinn Snyder, Jared Dudley, Sam Cassell, Kenny Atkinson, and Steve Clifford are some of the top names that I'm seeing. And I'm just like, look, Phil Handy is closest to home, but I think him being a coach is going to mess up his best attributes. What he bring to the table, really. Jawan Howard, I thought Jawan just signed to a team or to a staff or something. So I don't think Jawan is even an option. Quinn, Jared, Sam Cassell, Kenny Atkinson, all them, none of that makes no sense to me, whether LeBron is there or LeBron is not. So I don't know where you go as the Los Angeles Lakers organization when you're now targeting a head coach, but it damn sure ain't the one we have. It's damn sure ain't the one we have. And does Darvin Ham have a future as a coach in the NBA? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that he has a future because his weaknesses that were definitely exposed can get better with time, I believe, if he's put in the right situation. It's just like defense in basketball, especially in the NBA. A lot of people are considered to be real great defenders, but you don't really consider the help that they have. Like if it wasn't for the help that these guys have on the back end of some of these plays, it wouldn't look good. If you put these same guys that we consider great defenders one-on-one, no help, they would definitely be exposed a little bit more. So when it comes to like Darvin Ham, I think in the future, time could allow some other assistant coaches, him to build a staff that actually knows some things. Like I think his current staff, he's like the most knowledgeable guy. And that's not good at all. So I think he just needs to be built around a system that could help him when we talk about lineups, adjustments, X's and O's and things of that nature. And I think that could come with time. We just not on that type of time in Los Angeles. That's just the bottom line. And, it looks like he has been speaking out, talking, giving. It's been a lot of these guys talking. I'm not going to lie. We done seen AD popping his shit. We done seen D'Lo popping his shit. Darvin Ham, he had some comments immediately after the Game 5 elimination loss. So, he popping his shit. It's interesting, man, for sure. Jamal said he thinks that the Lakers just ran up against Denver. They could have won several of these games. Absolutely right. The Lakers, I don't know if it was minutes or just winning. I think the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, were leading 70% of the time in this series. 70% of the time in this series, the Lakers led the Nuggets, but lost in 5. I don't know how you put that on players. I really don't. Especially when you got AD, who for the most part played well throughout the series. When you have LeBron James, who played, well for the most part throughout the series. The role players, 50 to 75%. You got D'Lo having a couple off games, then he got a couple decent games. You got Austin Reeves playing fairly well throughout the series for the most part, but kind of average. Rui, up and down. TP, up and down. No sign of Vando this entire series. No sign of Christian Woods this entire series. These were guys that we were kind of riding on. All these news reports that these dudes will be expected to be in the lineup ever since what, game 3? Ever since game 3, it was supposed to be reports that Vando and Christian Wood was going to be coming back, and we didn't get an opportunity to see them dudes at all. I mean, Jamal, I'm going to keep it real with you. A revamp, the way this shit is looking, it could go left. Like, don't get it twisted. The shit could go left because if LeBron opts out, and we about to get into LeBron in a second. If LeBron opts out, how long you think AD ass going won't be there with the expectations of having that team on his back? AD not even built like that. We already seen that with LeBron in his pocket. So even with some help with Donovan Mitchell or something like that, I think the clock will be eventually ticking, even on Anthony Davis. Not so much that LA will want him to be gone, but he might just be looking for a different environment, different atmosphere. You know, I'm pretty sure him working with LeBron and being so close to LeBron in these last 4 years, he's probably learned a thing or two on how to maneuver his career and his future moving forward. So, you know, these guys are going to take control of their own destiny. And we might not see a long tenure with AD with the Lakers. So, you know, I feel you, bro. I don't want to see revamp. You know, we was just in the Western Conference Finals. We just was in the playoffs this season. LeBron, to me, is still playing well. AD is playing well on both ends of the court. There does seem to be promise for our team. But then when you look around the scope of the Western Conference and just the NBA, everybody else is getting better too. And some of these guys, some of these teams are getting twice as better as the Lakers and getting younger. So the shit is kind of, you know, fucked up for the Lakers. It's kind of like win now. Like LeBron's like window really to win one more title, like being real, it just closed. And it would have been Cinderella for them to get title 18 this season. But, you know, I don't see it getting, I don't know how I could get better next year. I think as a Laker fan, for me, I'm more intrigued by the storylines and the narratives in this offseason. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Jamal. I'm more interested in hearing all the rumors because as far as the play, half of this team is not even going to be on the team no more. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Half of these guys is not going to be on the team. So this Lakers team is going to look completely different. What the hell is that team going to look like? Who knows? Who wants to come to LA? Who's going to lead the Lakers? I don't think no star. I don't know. Darvin Ham, they need that. They need to get rid of him, but they need something good. It's just a lot. It really is just a lot. But Darvin Ham, I want to see, because I didn't get a chance to kind of read some of the stuff that they were saying he was saying. Darvin says, if you're coaching a team and one of your starters is like 10 games in a row, just sitting the bed, what are you going to do? Criticizing the rotation. He also says, common sense tend to go out the window when you talk about my job in particular. Man. See, that's the thing I was just saying about Darvin Ham. You know, anywhere else, you could give him another job, another chance, another year. He failed. He failed. The expectation to me that he had for the Lakers, bro, he failed. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do next, but it can't be with Darvin Ham. It just can't be. For the latest and greatest on your Los Angeles Lakers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we appreciate the support. Follow us on social media at Lakerland Show, and join our Playback TV room for our free VIP access to our Lakers watch parties and, of course, the Lakerland podcast. That's playback.tv/Lakerland.